Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines 2 and to the realistic Mediterranean city of Carpia. Or what will become the realistic Mediterranean city of Carpia. To get this new city started, we're going to sort out our drinking water and our drainage. So let's place our water pump over here, upstream from where we're going to have our sewage. And now, since this is a European city, of course we've got to use a roundabout, obviously. So let's just put a roundabout there. And we'll use a small concrete roundabout. Ideally, I'd like at least a medium roundabout, but we don't have those unlocked yet. And now let's just have some roads coming off the roundabout. And we'll probably hook the electricity into that one, because it is closer to the power lines. And then we'll have one going the opposite direction as well. So let's just place our substation down and get our city hooked into the grid. And I'm just going to draw out a 4-lane road. This is going to act as our main sort of thoroughfare, our main street. And I don't want it to be completely straight, so let's just sort of curve it around, sort of shape it to the terrain, leave some zoning next to the mountain so we can have some nice mountainside property. And now we're just going to draw in the grid. It's not going to be a very strict grid, it's just going to be more of an outline for our roads. And I think I'm going to fill this block with alleys. Just fits the old European city vibe a bit more than the usual 2-lane road. And I'm going to add some roundabouts in where the local roads meet the main road. And as for zoning, I think along this main road I'm just going to have European commercial, but I'm not totally averse to having some residential as well along here. And then for the rest of the zoning, I'm just going to do European low density. So I replaced the regular European low density with waterfront because I think it just fits the Mediterranean theme a bit more. But now we got some industrial demand and our citizens need a job, so let's get some industry in. So I'm just going to draw out a 72 by 72 grid here, which is going to be more of a strict grid than residential use. I think this style of development fits more in a sort of industry setting in terms of a European build. And now going back to the main town, we still have a lot of low density residential demand. So I'm just going to fill the rest of this with European waterfront zoning. And I also want to add in some corner shops, because we do still have some commercial demand, which seems to have pretty much gone away after we added that, so that's good. And I'm just going to add an extra road over here, because I want our zoning to be at most 4 deep. So we got quite a few people moving in right now, so I think we need to place some services down. So I think I'm going to go for a regular sized medical clinic, not the small one, because I want this community to grow into sort of like a relatively largish town. So let's just place that over here. And it doesn't look too out of place. Yeah, I think that's good. we are interrupting this program to kindly remind you to please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Another vital service is garbage collection. So let's just draw out an alley and then put our landfill at the end of it. It's nice and far away from all the residential, so no one's going to complain about ground pollution. And we want to make it relatively big. Pretty much as big as we can make it, really, while staying in our tile. Now we got our garbage collection sorted, we're going to have to think about death care. Now the cemetery asset is quite big, so I'm just going to draw out some extra roads over here. Make more of an outline for some more residential expansion, as well as a little road coming off and leading to our cemetery. Now that we got quite a bit of residential demand, I think it's time we make another residential block. My idea with this block was to be less rigid than with the other block. As you can see, we're just playing around with angles, drawing roads left, right and center. Not really thinking about road hierarchy. So I tried using some European row housing, but it just doesn't fit the Mediterranean theme I'm going for. It looks more like British terraced housing than anything Mediterranean, so I think I'm just going to replace it with the good old waterfront housing. Now in terms of our education, I would like to use one of the new detailers patch elementary schools, but high density one just doesn't fit, and the small one just looks too modern, so I think I'm just gonna have to go for the OG elementary school. The gap in the texture there looks a bit weird, so let's just drag that out. And now that looks a lot cleaner and much more cohesive. For our high school, we're going to go for the urban high school and place it in front of these apartment blocks at the edge of the city. The main reason I chose the urban high school over the regular high school is because the regular one is just massive and doesn't really seem very realistic for a European theme. It's more of a US themed high school, especially with the massive car parks at the front. And to round this episode off, we're just going to go for a bit of detailing with some oak trees and bushes, just filling in the gaps between the zoning. Okay, well that's it for today's episode. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.